Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, thank you for joining me. I'm Katie and I'm doing Inktober. That's all I've done this month, Inktober. I really miss paint. I'm only joking, I am actually quite enjoying it really. But anyway, today's prompt is treasure, so I thought I'd do something a little bit sparkly. And something that's also a little bit obsessed with sparkly things, which is why we have a magpie. Now, I know on screen he looks a bit bizarre, but I have a plan. And if you go back to my build prompt for Inktober, I did something a bit special there, and I thought, well, let's do something a bit special here as well. So to start off with, I have used black Van Gogh watercolour paper because I just happen to have some cut in that lovely little square shape I've been using. And the pens I'm using, it's a bit weird really. I buy a lot of stuff off Wish. I do like weird art materials off Wish and off AliExpress. I might have to do a video of those in the future, but I have got quite enough stuff as it is. But anyway, these pens, they're a bit weird. They're only like a few pounds, so it'll be a few pounds or a few dollars. And they are metallic and they show up really well on dark surfaces, and I thought that would be perfect to do the magpie's body and add all them sort of, you know how you get those blues and green and purple tones in a magpie. Well, I thought we could just emphasise his feathers a little bit with that. And I am going to build this up. So for the background, I've just used a watercolour pen and water. I just wanted a plain background. And now I'm currently, it feels weird doing this as a voiceover, but I'm currently making some treasures, and magpies have a reputation for picking up anything shiny, so I thought a set of keys with a nice heart charm on them on a keyring. Now the only thing with these pens that I'm using is the lustre doesn't look that great on white paper for some reason, and maybe it was because I used watercolour paper. I don't really know what possessed me to use watercolour paper for this, because it's not really done the pens justice, but never mind, we live and we learn, it hasn't ruined it. For the middle of the heart charm, I've got these Pilot gel pens, and they're them really nice. They're really nice to work with. They just glide when you use them, although again on the watercolour paper it didn't quite want to behave as much as I wanted it to, but hey ho. But they're so nice and shiny, and the actual glitter particles in them are coloured glitter particles rather than them just being the bog standard silver with the coloured ink, so you have a really nice two-toned effect with it. So what I'd done was cut these out. I've also used a marker pen, which again was a really daft idea on watercolour paper, but I'd already committed and I didn't want to waste any paper, and I tried to get as much out as possible. And I wanted to cut a branch for my little corvid friend. So assembling it with my little foam squares, and I'd cut a little slit in the magpie's beak, and this little charm that I've made with the keys and the heart on it should hang off the bird's beak. And I really quite like it. It sort of moves a bit as well. It's not just 3D. The ring in his beak should move, and can I tell you how absolutely fiddly this was to do? But I am actually quite, if anything from Inktober, it's pushed me to try and make it interesting for myself. I know I've used a lot of different materials each day, but it can be a bit of a grind, and it's taught me to improvise a little bit to make it a bit more interesting for myself, as well as making hopefully an interesting video, but just to make it interesting for myself. Anyway, I just want to say thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed it, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, and I hope you all followed my friend Arte Mystic's channel. She's ace. Bye.